Please give a warm welcome to JoAnn Corley.
Great to be back in Minnesota. I went to college at Concordia Moorhead, eons ago. Go Cord, go Coppers. I want to do today is to take you on a journey. Is everybody ready to go on a journey? You ready to go on a journey? Okay. I want to start out this journey with a very interesting piece of information. The IBM Leadership Institute several years ago surveyed 1,500 CEOs and posed this question. If you could identify some of the most important leadership competencies going into the next few years, what would they be? Many people were shocked at the answer. The number one leadership competencies identified by these CEOs was creative and innovative thinking. How many of you are surprised at that? Creative and innovative thinking. And of course, you need that in the topsy-turvy business climate to stay competitive, and a very important phrase, market relevant. Is everybody with me on this? Absolutely. And yet, as I've traveled throughout North America, conducting creativity workshops and conducting creativity keynotes, I've discovered a fascinating element of the workforce, which I'm going to test today with two questions. Okay, everybody listen carefully. Question number one. Okay, and by the way, we've been together a few minutes, so we're family, right? Are we family? So, yes, we're family. So I'm just going to guess everyone's going to be brutally honest at this question. Okay, question number one. How many of you honestly believe you are creative? Raise your hand. Brutally honest. Okay, look around the room and see the brutal honest answers. I appreciate your humility and honesty. Question number two, equally as important. Listen carefully. How many of you were kids? Okay, every hand to be raised. I want you to say, I was a kid. I was a kid. Okay, very good. Hey, newsflash. This is the price of admission today. Newsflash. Did you know that every person that was a kid is creative? Is that good news today? I want you to say, yes, that's good news. In fact, the question is not whether you are or are not creative. The question is, what have you done with your creativity since you've been a kid? That's the question. And that is today's business challenge. Is to take all that cool, brilliant stuff you did as a kid and bring it into our adult life, into our companies to solve our real world business challenges today. Now, we're going to actually remedy that in less than 10 minutes. Okay, I know you're probably shocked, but that's okay. Because I'm going to give you a 4-step ideation process by which you will never again sit at your desk and go, I got to come up with an idea. Look a little constipated. Sorry, that was bad visual. But in fact, this ideation process is the gateway to many things in our organizations. So, is everybody ready? You got to stand up. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. You're probably ready to stand up at this point. The ideation process, we have to work it out before I talk it out. So, you would have your hands right here. We're going to do hands and feet. Ideation process goes like this. Left, right, left. Go. Okay, I know this is a struggle for many. Okay, I want you to do it again and say it really loud. Go. Left, right, left. One more time real loud. Left, right, left. Okay, you got to get in touch with your kid. Now, I saw some of you going like, okay, what's the left, what's the right? All right, but that's okay, because you know when people approach creativity, they feel a little uncomfortable. It feels a little awkward at first. Is that true? Okay, give your person next to you a pat on the back and say, good job, good job. Okay, have a seat. So, what does that really mean? Left, right, left. I bet you'll never remember it. You can even pound it on the table. If someone says to you today, hey, what's the ideation process? You can say it's left, right, left. You'll never forget it. What does it really mean? Number one, in the creative process. Number one, tell your left brain to shut up. I know some of you left brain out there are thinking, what are you talking about? And we know that the whole brain works together. However, there are functions of the brain commonly associated with the left brain that are those of analytics and logic. Ooh, data's graph is a happy day. Ooh, they love counting the numbers. And they also like to be right. The function of the left brain needs control. It needs safety. It doesn't like risk. That's a challenge because those functions of the brain could be your idea saboteurs. And you want to quiet that part of the brain. Did you know that you can actually tell your brain how to work? You can condition it how to work. You can train it how to work. It's a beautiful thing. It's your most important asset. It is the most important asset of your companies. But we're not leveraging it. Okay, so when I say left, you're going to go like this. Everybody go left. Okay, very good. You can even pound if you want to. So we've got to quiet the left brain because that is going to prepare us for number 2. And the second step is right. That is to stimulate. You've got to activate your imagination. Stimulate your right brain. The right brain, as commonly those functions are, mystical, intuitive, open, spontaneous imagination. It loves to daydream. Next time you're at your office and you're daydreaming saying, I'm activating my imagination. I'm actually working. It's a part of the brain that likes diversity. It likes variety. If you're that kind of person in a multitasking environment, this is what you do. Pick up, put down, pick up, put down. Now I'm bored, I go visit with friends. That's the right brain. You got to stimulate that right brain. You got to open and activate the imagination for number 3, and that is to saturate. You want to saturate, soak, immerse your right brain, your brain, with as much new, what's the word? New, say the word new, information as possible. Lots of new information as possible. Because you want to force your brain, conscious and subconscious mind, to start combining a bunch of old stuff with the new stuff. And when your brain does that, the cool part starts happening because you can work and sleep. I love it. Because as you're sleeping, what's your brain doing? Combining, doing all these things, melding, and then ideas just start popping out, but in the most oddest places. The 3 B's of the incubation state of ideation. Bed, bath, don't say beyond. And busy. Say those with me. Bed, bath, busy. How many of you get ideas in the middle of the night? It actually wakes you up. Is that crazy? How many of you get ideas in the bathroom? Confess, confess. How many of you get ideas when you're busy? Running, crocheting, laundry, yard work. Exactly. And you got to get lots of ideas in that saturation phase for number 4, which is what? Left. And that left is wake up your left brain. So I want you to say with me, wake up! Wake up. Because your left brain, it's bored. It's been on vacation. It's me something to do. And so what it'll do is happily arrange all those ideas and start making sense of them. But please be careful, a word of caution. If you're not used to using those ideas, the left brain may overjudge those ideas out of fear. Fear is one of the greatest enemies to human potential. And fear is one of the greatest enemies to your creative genius. Your imagination is your gift. It's where you connect with your childhood. So very briefly, here's what I'd like for you to do. I'd like for you to close your eyes and journey back to your childhood. For some of us, the journey will be a bit longer. And I want you to imagine things you did in play as a kid. Oh yeah, those forts with the chairs and the sheets, where you pretended to be a cowboy or a policeman, or you were dancing and performing for your friends, or you made mud pies out of mud and nuts and rocks. Yeah, those are the things you did. And some of you had imaginary friends, right? How many of you had imaginary friends when you were a kid? How many of you still have imaginary friends? All right, okay, that's another workshop. We'll be doing that another workshop. But all in all, the thing is you've got to be able to honor your imagination, honor your creativity. Every one of us is. Here's the bottom line. You test those ideas in a low-risk environment. What do you get? More information, more ideas. The ideation process. You know what? Companies don't innovate. people do. So where do we need to start? And you'll be amazed as an active management and leadership consultant how creativity really addresses a lot of our challenges of employee engagement, diversity, leadership, influence. It is absolutely amazing gateway to talent management. And I look forward to helping your organizations activate all of those capabilities in the next year. Thank you very much.